Welcome to Season 1, Episode 2 of Avoid Highways. We all know what BOAT stands for. Bust out another tier. Today we're going over the results from the survey that was done prior to purchasing the boat. In the last episode, we fixed the fuel gauge. The fuel gauge was one of the items noted on the survey. Let's take a look at the full list. When I saw the survey report for the first time, I had a lot of anxiety. After I broke it down, I realized a lot of this I could just do myself. In fact, I've already completed a number of items on the list. The items with asterisks next to them were noted by the surveyor to be priority items. The insurance company will want these fixed, so I'll be tackling those items first. Let's take a look at the items that still need to get done. This is the bimini. It's the shade over the back of the boat. As you can see, in some places it's ripped up pretty bad. It also has solar panels on the top. The solar panels are just literally sitting on top of the bimini. Not good. The Dodger would go here, but the boat doesn't have one. We're gonna add one later. As you can see, all the lines on the boat look pretty rough. We're definitely gonna have to get these replaced. The piece that connects the anchor to the chain is called a shackle, and it has a little pin that keeps the shackle connected to the chain. That pin screws in and out, and if the pin backs out, then the anchor can fall off the chain, and for safety it should have lock wire on it preventing it from backing out. The speed instrument tells you how fast you're going through the water. Under the boat there's a little wheel that the water goes through, and depending on how quickly that wheel spins tells this instrument how fast you're going through the water. Apparently that little wheel is not working. This is something that a diver would have to go down and take a look at, or the boat would have to be pulled out of the water. We have a very small chart plotter that goes here. Honestly, I think a large iPad would be better suited. This is the GPS antenna. Best I can tell, it still works just fine. The mount is broken, so we may just be able to super glue that back on. We have 4 winches on the boat. 2 on the port side. And 2 on starboard. These winches require periodic maintenance, which I'll be doing to all 4. The Genoa sail is at the front of the boat, and the survey mentioned that it had some popped seams, which I think you can see right here. It looks like they've been repaired before. I'll have to investigate that. Where the side stays, or the cables that are on the side, go through the hull of the boat, those are called the chain plates. Here's where the chain plate comes to the inside of the boat. As you can see, there's definitely been some rusting. We plan to get our standing rigging inspected. Our flares were expired and we didn't have a horn, so we purchased new ones. You're required to have a minimum of 3 night-day flares. This is where the anchor windlass comes through the deck. To the right, there would be a motor. It's not there because I removed it. One of the motor's windings was shorted to ground. Currently, the motor's in a shop being assessed. This is what the dirty bilge looks like. I'm gonna have to clean all of our bilges. Here's one of our fire extinguishers. There's no inspection tag on the fire extinguisher. Fire extinguishers need to be inspected periodically to make sure that they're still in working order. A missing first aid kit was also noted on the survey, but I think the inspector just didn't look in this particular locker. We actually have 2. Here's our U.S. Coast Guard Rules of the Road Handbook. This is another item that's required by the Coast Guard to be on board. We didn't have one, so I bought one on Amazon. Here's the VHF handheld for the cockpit. As you can see, it's seen better days. We'll have to at least get the cable replaced, but I don't know if it detaches from the hand unit. We've been getting HPF errors for the air conditioning unit. I had someone come out to speak to us about it. Their thought that it was likely the intake had growth in it. This would be something that we would have fixed by the diver while they're working on the speed log. That's the seawater inlet for the air conditioning system. And there's the pump and strainer. There's quite a lot of work to be done, as you can see, but the major items should be completed soon. The bigger issue is the insurance. We've already done 4 ASA certifications, 101, 103, 104, and 114. The insurance company wants us to get sign-off from a captain on our skills. We're trying to find someone reasonable. So far I've found someone willing to do it for $150 an hour. To be clear, I can afford to live in this boat because I live in a van the rest of the time. I can't really afford $150 an hour. Hopefully we can find someone soon, because it's a bit sad to see all the people going by having a good time on their boats while being chained to the dock. All good things to those who wait. We'll get it figured out eventually. Pretty soon I'll be headed back up to Birmingham, Alabama in the van for Thanksgiving. While there, I plan to do a tour of the makerspace where I did a lot of work on the van. I'll also have some repair work to do there at the space. That should be interesting. Here's a fun fact about the boat. I named it Europa, but the survey lists the original name of the boat. Guess what it was?
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
Hey, Farva, what's the name of that restaurant you like with all the goofy shit on the walls and the mozzarella sticks? You mean Shenanigans? Oh!
Yep, that's right. The boat's name was Shenanigans. Boat names can be so ridiculous. If you were going to like the video or subscribe, here's your reminder. Like I said in the last episode, my hope is that I can provide the service that others provided me when I was trying to reach my goals for the van and sailboat. If you have any tips or advice for me on any topic, please drop a comment and let me know what you think. This has been Avoid Highways, and I will see you in the next episode.